नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ 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 नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृत्युंगमय Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. So please see page number 38 for today's quote. This is about concentration. The second quote in the page. All knowledge we have, either of the external or internal world, is obtained through only one method, by the concentration of the mind. No knowledge can be had of any science unless we can concentrate our minds upon the subject. The goal of education is concentration of mind, not collection of facts, Swamiji said elsewhere. The objective of education, the goal of education is to train the instrument to help us attain a greater degree of concentration. And your joy or happiness in life depends upon your ability to focus your mind on the work that you do. When you go to cinema, they will actually put off the lights. Why? Why? You are forced to concentrate on the screen because everywhere else it is dark. You can't turn this way, that way. You can't see because it's all dark. Only screen is bright, so you're forced to concentrate. It is not the movie that is giving you the joy, in fact. It's a concentration. But there you are compelled to concentrate. You are forced to concentrate. Okay, their concentration problem doesn't come when you watch movie because only screen is bright, everything else is dark. But when you read the book, everything else is also bright. So you can't concentrate on your book. So there are so many reasons, okay, particularly in this age, so many distractions. But in the midst of all these distractions, can we concentrate our mind? It's important. You need to train the mind. So Meiji said elsewhere that if I had to redo my education, if I had any say in my education, what I would do is first I would try to concentrate my mind and afterwards I will collect facts at will, he said. Information I will gather as much as I want because now I have got a trained instrument. But gaining information or stuffing the brain with information is not the objective of education. The objective of education is to train the mind. If you have a trained mind, a focused mind, one pointed mind, a mind that listens to you, it doesn't take much time for you to acquire any skill. But unfortunately, in our education systems, nobody teaches us actually this concentration, how to focus the mind. Basically, all the spiritual practices that we have in our culture are all methods and processes which help you actually to train your mind, whether it is a meditation, a prayer, a repetition of God's name, or selfless service. So one simple technique, to help you concentrate better is whatever that you do it with a sense of sacredness and with a total involvement. And that will come when you have love for the work that you do. But when you classify or categorize the work that you do is something inferior and something superior, when you are doing superior work, naturally you will have concentration of mind. That which you classify as inferior work, you will not be able to concentrate well. And also, it is very important that you focus on the process itself. Process, I mean, now you are here to learn the language, right? So you are here to learn the language. Focus should be only on learning the language, and you must do that with the greatest joy. This process itself must give you joy. But most of the times, we don't enjoy the process. I'm learning the language not for the sake of language, because I want a good job. That job needs language, and so that's why I'm learning the language. I'm not interested in language as such. With that kind of attitude, you will not be able to really master the language. Enjoy the process. job, a good job, will follow as a consequence. That is a byproduct of the process. But so the focus must be on the process itself, not on the byproduct or the consequence, on the result. We are all result oriented today. You are here not to learn the language as such, because I want a good job, but the job needs language. And job also I don't need for myself because my parents wants me to get a job. So you are doing it for somebody else all the time. This is compulsion. You're doing it for the sake of society, you're doing it for the sake of parents. This is compulsion. Anything done under compulsion, it doesn't get rooted in the memory. When you do it with love and total involvement, it becomes easy. It gets rooted in the memory. You'll remember the things. Because totally you are there, 100% you are there. You know, Vivekananda had such a tremendous power of concentration. Once he was the guest of a German Indologist, Paul Dyson. He translated Upanishads into German language. The gentleman invited Vivekananda to his home, and Vivekananda was his guest. And morning, the professor went to Swamiji's room to call him for breakfast. Swamiji was reading a book. Twice and thrice he called Vivekananda. Swami, Swami. Not ordinary, normal voice, only he called. Vivekananda was so fully absorbed in reading the book, he didn't even hear that, the Swami, when he called out to him. Then afterwards, Swamiji actually closed the book and got up. And then the professor said, I called you thrice, but you did not respond. Okay, the professor felt offended that Swamiji, he thought actually, deliberately ignored him. So Swamiji said, I did not hear you. No, I came and I called you. I did not hear you because I was totally absorbed in reading the book. It happens with us also sometimes, right? You're watching something in TV and your father or mother comes and calls you. You're so deeply absorbed in watching the TV, you did not hear what that they call. Sometimes happens with us also, right? But with Vivekananda, it happened with a book reading. But for us, actually, it happens watching movie or something or something. That is the only difference. So you can concentrate at will, provided you do the work with love and total involvement. There's nothing like superior work, inferior work, low work, and high work. Every work is sacred. Enjoy the process. You'll be able to concentrate your mind better. Thank you. Have a nice evening.